Hey guys, Salty Bushwhacker here. This hurts worse even in slow motion. Ugh. Today's video is about coming up with a game plan for the water, executing that game plan, and finding out that overlooking one minor detail made the difference between just learning a lot like we did and being successful, which we weren't. We just made it back to the Mystic, our houseboat here in Islamorada, Florida, in the Florida Keys, and my buddy Joel and I's goal was to get out, find some bait, learn the waters a little bit more, and get on some tarpon. So we broke the cast net out, got it ready, we located some fish, some bait, and we're able to put them in the live well. And then we got out and we got after some tarpon, and that's what this video is about. And we're just going to go over that. So let's get at it. So we headed out on the Bushwhacker, and we were slowly working numerous shorelines looking for stuff. And every now and then I'd see 2 to 3 mullet, 5 to 6 mullet. But finally, what we ended up doing is we just kind of got the boat and jumped up on plane and really kind of just started running the shoreline. And when we would see bigger schools of mullet, we would notice the direction they were headed. We'd get up ahead of them and then start slowly working our way back to them until we came nose to nose with each other. And then we eventually were able to get one good throw on them, and I got all the mullet that I needed. We had done some other throws where I'd get 2 here or 3 here, but I wanted to get about 20 mullet in the live well, and I think I got a little bit more than that, because once we got these mullet into the boat, I actually only kept what I needed and actually threw some more back. But it seemed like a pretty good tactic. We had to cover a lot of shoreline to find out where the bait was, because I hadn't done it in a long time, and I did learn a lot as far as where to look for them and how to go about it. But we were ready now. We were armed with bait. We had put the net away, we got the rods out, and now it was time to go look for some tarpon. We hit a couple different bridges where other boats were set up, and I did see some people have some success, but we actually headed out and found a couple troughs where we saw tarpon moving through, and we set up and let those fish just kind of float into that current. And it was a successful tactic because it was on. When those tarpon started chewing, it was one after the other after the other. But that minor detail I told you I overlooked, I thought I had circle hooks in the boat, and we really only had J hooks, and it made the difference in pretty much every hookup. So let's talk circle hooks for a moment. When I'm tarpon fishing, I prefer a circle hook. The circle hook that I prefer is the one in the center of the image here, B. The hook that's on the right, that is your traditional J hook. The problem with using a J hook or something like it is when you use a bait like a mullet or a ladyfish or a crab for tarpon, when tarpon eat, they inhale it. They open that big mouth like a 5-gallon bucket, and they just suck that fish and all that water through, and it goes straight through to their gut. When you go to tighten down on a fish with a J hook, that J hook is in their throat. It hooks them in the throat. Not only can it hurt the fish, you're leaving your leader exposed to the sharp parts of his mouth, and as he flails and jumps, you're going to get broke off every time, because every part of that fish's mouth is like a razor. When you use a circle hook like A and B here, like I said, I prefer B because it's more of a circle, and that roundness prevents that hook from setting up in his gullet in any way. When it gets to his mouth, it turns and it bites right in the corner or the top of the mouth perfectly. I even take my pliers and I'll put just a little bit of an offset on that hook. A lot of times some of these hooks will actually have a little bit of an offset to it, but I'll just exaggerate it just a little bit, and that helps that hook curve right into place and set where it needs to be, and you won't get frustrated with it. Now, when I looked in my tackle box, and I saw the packs of hooks that we had, I even pulled them out and had them on the dash. I just never even looked at them. I just assumed. I thought they were the right ones. I had bought them for something else, and that mistake made the difference in us not catching one fish, even though I think we hooked 9 of them. The very last bait that I had, I actually had a 3-0 circle hook, a little one, real fine wire, and I put that on, and as you can see here, we actually got a fish to the boat, but it was like a 5-foot barracuda or a lug. That was one of the last fish that ate. It was a barracuda, but same theory. That hook, once it got tugged on, came to that barracuda's mouth, hooked right into his mouth, and guess what? The leader never touched all those sharp teeth, so it was a success. So just something for you guys to go by. I mean, I know better, but I didn't prepare the right way, but we still learned a lot today. We found bait, we found a good way to catch it, and we found tarpon in 2 or 3 spots that for the next time I go, I'm going to hopefully show you a video where we're holding tarpon next to the boat. But that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Remember, Salty Bushwhacker, it's a way of living. Take care.